The word is hypergamy. That is when you are a gold digger and you're looking for money. You want to move up. You want to improve your lifestyle with your love life so that you can have the soft life, the lovely life, the wonderful life. But let's go all the way back to when you were just in kindergarten. You might have a little friend that you call a little boyfriend or girlfriend. You guys go outside, you play different games, you play hide and go seek, red light, green light. You get some ice cream from the ice cream man, and you may even share a little smile, a little hand holding, or maybe a little quick kiss. Then you move on to something much more dramatic. You know what I'm talking about? The middle school years. That's when you have one of your serious crushes at 12 or 13. You're just thinking about this person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You got to make sure your hair looks good, your shoes, your outfit. You got to make sure you're walking good, that you're smelling good. When you go to school and you see that person, you might look at them and turn around and look the other way because you just don't know what to say. Your hands are sweaty and you feel hot under your arms and you're feeling all these feelings that you've never felt before. And that is when you learn the meaning of passion. Fast forward, now you come to the teenage years. Your mother or your father may have sat you down and had to talk with you about STDs and all those things that can happen to you if you engage in certain activities. But of course, high school is a good chance for another falling in love, another crush, another, it might be puppy love that blossoms into a bigger love, your first love. So you're with that person and you enjoy the happiness and ecstaticness of first love, or you get crushed because your first crush does not return your feelings. Anyway, after that, you move on. You may go into the military or you may go to college. And this is when you have your first leadership crush. You just find the other person has such great leadership abilities, not to mention their looks and personality, that you are just ready to throw away everything that you own just to be with that person. And you may have even developed a little bit toxic habits. You may be a little crazy. You may be a little jealous. You may want that drama, that on and off, on one day, off one day. You can't stand the person, or you can't live without the person. They are your heart, your soul, your sun, and your moon. At this time, when you are having your first in love time, you may not even be thinking about money. Money is the last thing on your mind. Money is irrelevant because you are experiencing true love and true passion. Now, some of these relationships in the high school years or in the early 20 years can result in some very beautiful children. And you know what comes with beautiful children? A lot of beautiful expenses and a lot of beautiful bills and a lot of beautiful fees, such as hospital bills, uh, going shopping for baby goods, baby furniture, baby supplies. Maybe you feed them formula. Maybe you have to get them new clothes every 2 months. They're a different size. And you will find out that money is maybe a little bit important. Or maybe you don't have any kids and you're just planning a wedding. Just the idea of planning a wedding these days is going to cost you a lot of money because, of course, your family wants to invite everybody from way back at old home time, old home week. Everybody that you knew from your childhood all the way up until now, they want to invite. So that's another multi-thousand-dollar uh, project you have on your hands. Now, when you get to be maybe 26, 27, and you haven't settled down yet, and maybe you don't have a special someone yet, But you may start thinking about hypergamy or gold digging. There's actually nothing wrong with gold digging, so long as you also have a relationship to go on top of that gold digging. So you got to respect the other person. They have to respect you. You have to have some similar interests that you can share. And you have to respect their life and they have to respect your life. But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of gold digging. I didn't dig for gold, but I digged for maybe some silver. And I think it was a very good choice because I don't want to be in my senior years having to take care of everybody, having to still work while I'm old and raise um, other people's kids because their parents are struggling financially, and I don't want to have to take care. I want to be taken care of. That's my goal, to be taken care of. Now, you may want the soft life. You may find a rich man or a rich woman to spend your time with. But the whole thing about it is they may, some rich people are a little bit boring. So you have to be able to overcome the constant talk about renovating the kitchen and renovating the bathrooms. Those kind of conversations can get to be a little bit boring. But if you can overcome that, I say, hey, if you can marry a millionaire, go ahead. Is $1 million even a lot of money anymore? No, I think maybe you want to marry a billionaire. I don't know billionaire, because can billionaires really be billionaires if they haven't ripped somebody off and underpaid people? That's the question. Can you be an ethical billionaire? But the question is also, once you get into that rich life and you start hanging out with the rich people and going on yachts and going into estates, you're going to be separated from reality. You're going to be separated from the rest of America. The question is, how do you maintain your sanity? How do you maintain doing well with your own emotions and your own feelings and your own ethics if you are in the realm of the rich people? I remember when that TV show first came on back in the, I think it was the 70s. It was called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach. That's when Americans first started thinking that they were like borderline rich. You know, they thought they were rich. They just had to win the lottery to complete the process. Anyway, so people, they actually think buying designer clothes, designer bags, expensive cars, people somehow have the idea that that's normal and that is something that to be expected. Like you don't want to go to an event and not have on some designer. That to me that is so crazy that people think that designer goods are normal. Designer goods are not normal. Designer goods are for people that are rich. Well, I tried to go in the Louis Vuitton store one time. Me and my niece, we went to the Santa Monica, California Louis Vuitton store. And as we were approaching, there was a girl at the door with a clipboard and a security guard. Now, I don't know if he was just there to keep out people that look like me or not, if it was for everybody. Now, if I was rich, would I have to make an appointment to go in, or would have just let me in? So when I found out that to get into the Louis Vuitton store, that I would have to put my name on the clipboard and they would have to give me a certain time to come in, that is when I lost my interest for going into the Louis Vuitton store. So we left Louis Vuitton and his security guard and his little girl at the front desk with her clipboard. We walked around the mall some more and we decided to go into the Coach bag store because she wanted to buy a Coach bag. So we went in. At first she looked at a pocketbook. It was too expensive. Then she looked at a smaller pocketbook. It was still too expensive. See, this is what I mean about people think that they can live a rich lifestyle when they're just an ordinary person. So anyway, she picked out finally a smaller bag, and then her card got declined. So I offered my card, and she paid for the bag. But the sales lady was like looking at us like all snooty, and I don't know why she was looking at us snooty, because there was nobody else in the store. There was nobody else she could have helped. So I don't know why it was such a big deal for her to wait on us. Yes, her card got declined. That was a little embarrassing. But we're customers just like anybody else, and there was nobody else in the store. And unlike the Louis Vuitton store, there was nobody clamoring to get in the Coach store. So anyway, this is the Santa Monica, California Coach store. So I gave my card, and thank goodness it went through, and my niece was able to get her fantastic Coach bag. I don't know. I've seen a lot of fake designer, like when people sell them on the street and stuff. And, I can't tell the difference between the fake and the real. I mean, if you have to look that close, might as well get the fake. That's just my opinion.